My most profound memory of my university days is one of being broke a lot. My allowance at the time was only 3,000 and I was to spend this for a whole month. So usually in a week it's finished and I had 3 weeks of no money to battle with. When we come back, I'm going to share with you a story of a university student who took our advice and today is winning with money. This is TY and I'll be right back. Welcome back. So Millicent is a student on our email list who emailed me some time ago that she wanted to find out how she could succeed with money as a student, since all she got was her allowance from home. So I gave her 3 advice and that's what I'm about to share with you. All right, number 1 thing I told Millicent was that she has to save from her allowance. And how is she supposed to achieve this? As little as it may be, she has to make a plan. For example, the 3,000 I got, I had to share it into 4 weeks and then stick with what I had to spend for the week. So I told her to learn to save no matter what. She has to plan and make sure she has something saved up for her every month if she wanted to succeed with money. This is not because the savings will amount to much, but she's only creating that culture right from being a student. The second thing I told her was to work hard and make sure that she came the best in her class. And of course the third thing, that's because there is a high correlation between how you work and the money that comes to you. Work is value. If she was going to receive good returns from her work, she had to stand out. So the third thing I told her is that she needs to find other sources of income even as a student. She could blog, she could solve a problem in school, whatever it is she could come up with that could earn her an extra income. But of course, the advice she took was the first one, and that is to save a portion of her allowance every time, which she did over a few months and emailed me after a few months that she had hundreds of thousands in her savings, even as a student. The truth of the matter is, as a student, you can save money, you can be a planner, you can manage your resources. You don't have to be like me, always broke because you claim to not have enough money. So learn to plan your expenses. How do you plan as a student? Take a pen and paper. If your parents give you 100,000 or 50,000, I don't know how much they give these days, for the month or for a quarter or however they give it to you, plan how you're going to spend it. Don't just spend on frivolities. Don't jump at every offer you see. You need to take a pen and paper and decide how much you're going to spend on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis, depending on how you're funded. After planning, another thing you must make sure to do is that on your plan, there is a portion saved up for emergencies, because you can be in school. I remember school days, there was always one lecturer who would want us to buy a handout we didn't budget for. You need money for stuff like that. There could be something that you need to sort out, maybe you fall ill or something. Keep a percentage, at least 10%, saved up every time so you can easily meet your emergencies. A lot of students today are in debt. You can avoid that as well by planning. Make up your mind to not spend everything that is given to you. Put pen and paper. How much am I going to spend each month? It is important. There is power in planning. I got out of debt just by planning. As a matter of fact, when I started planning, I thought for the first time that I was giving extra money, because I found out that I had so much money to cover all my bills and still had excess. You have no reason being in debt as a student. You don't even earn an income yet you're already borrowing. That is a menace and that is not good for you. Make sure you're a planner. Put 10% aside every time. Stick with your plan. You can automate your savings. There are several apps right now that you can use that will help you keep that money away from being accessible to you. All right, so also as students, we tend to compete with one another. You need to avoid that. If you keep comparing yourselves with people or trying to do what everyone else is doing, you're going to get in financial mess. So stick with your plan. Don't let the pressure get to you, and you will, like Millicent, win with money. That's it on the show today. I hope this helps you. I'll see you next time. Arrivederci.